Welcome back to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys, where we have a careful girl here today.
Yeah, dude.
Hey! So, Adelia, tell us about your podcast and your business in general. We're all curious.
Okay, so my podcast is called That's Offensive, capital OF for OnlyFans, because fun fact, I had a podcast before that actually had the word OnlyFans in it. It got blocked from every ad. You couldn't run any ads on it. So this new one, I was like, I gotta be crafty. And OF, offense, OnlyFans is fucking offensive. And at first it was mainly to try to destigmatize the OnlyFans platform, which I still think I do, but in other ways. Before I would try to learn about your trauma, learn your deepest, darkest secrets, but I'm in a phase right now and I could go back to that, but I just want to hear about you sucking dick and the craziest stuff you've done. And
fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a good mix between serious and fun and recently I watch podcasts. I watch other people's podcasts and take notes about what I like, and then I'll try to add that to mine to make it more interesting. And in my most recent podcast episodes, actually they haven't come out yet, but by the time this is out, they'll be out, where I have people like Churdleys and Kev play their Mormon characters to interview people with me. So it's there's characters in my podcast now that are just really awkward.
That's funny. Fucking funny.
Yeah. So
when did you start your podcast?
So the first one I started literally 2 weeks after I started my OnlyFans, except we had to throw out the episode because I thought I'd be able to just watch a YouTube video and audio engineer, and then I fucked up the whole audio and I didn't save the original. So it took about a month after trying over and over again before I'm fuck, we just gotta pay someone.
When did you start your OnlyFans? How long ago?
It was 2021, October, I think 30th, 2021.
So was it in the middle of lockdown, you're
yeah.
I'm bored.
Well, I quit my job. I had a corporate job and it sucked.
What were you doing?
Logistics. I did outside sales logistics in Arizona, walking door to door in fucking 100-degree weather. But it's
shit.
Wow.
My anxiety and stress was so high that I was throwing up every day.
Damn.
I was pooping blood, and I had rashes all over. I had stress rashes all over, and I'm and then I took acid and I'm let me just start an OnlyFans, and I quit, and it's not being yelled at every day, that's fucking sick.
What inspired you to start one?
So many sales girls going into OnlyFans. Yeah.
Well, because this is a
learn
less stressful
sales.
version of sales. There's you can use everything that you learned about your job, except now you're actually selling something that you're passionate about. I want to make dudes come. Before I was selling a shitty logistics service that was probably more expensive than what you're already paying for and worse.
Nobody was nutting.
Yeah, no. Well, actually, some guys were if you come back in a bikini, you get the sale, and I'm
Whoa.
Wow.
and yeah, they were bold. They were bold, but
She's I respect that.
But yeah, it's now I actually do something that I believe in, and it's cool, and I enjoy my job. So what was your question? Because
What inspired you to how come acid didn't go, oh, I'm gonna train a reindeer, or how did it go straight to how did it go to
those two things are adjacent.
Yeah, how did it go straight to OnlyFans?
I already had, it wasn't a lot of followers, but I had 40,000 followers or something. People were asking me every day.
That's a lot, yeah.
Wow. So you mean on Instagram?
Yeah.
You had followers?
Yeah, I already had followers. I was very, very well known in the rave community specifically. I wouldn't say I was famous in any other capacity other than being known for raving. So those ravers wanted to...
How are you known in the rave community?
I got, I was known for wearing pasties, and I got reposted by all of the rave pages at the time, so it blew up my Instagram. And then my dad actually found that Instagram, made me delete it. That one was at
After you saved a bunch of photos and stuff?
maybe.
The internet, man.
It was me, and then this girl who I used to be friends with printed out pictures and set it on my dad's car because she knew where I lived when we were friends.
What a freaking bitch.
Oh, she's a fucking cunt. If you're watching this, you're a cunt.
Was she hot though?
Nah, she was ugly. She was bow-legged.
Butterface.
She's a fucking cunt.
That's even better. Attitude shift.
So then my dad was either I stop paying for college or you delete your Instagram. But then even after, he made me delete my whole Instagram that I had been building. And honestly, I was depressed for a few years after that, because it's people don't think about social media as that was me expressing myself. To me, it was a part of myself. I put hours and hours into building it. I even I made a fake Instagram to see the theme, if all my photos coincided. It's I was in it. Yeah. And then he made me delete it, and then for the next year to pay for college, he followed my Instagram, and even if I was wearing a club dress, he's you look like a whore, you need to delete this, a dress. I wasn't even in a bikini. And then he told me I looked so cheap.
Show
that
us
even,
these photos of these dresses and let us judge.
Let me,
She has them. I'm just
How does your dad know what all these whores look like?
He has the barometer for what a whore is. He's like, you look like cinnamon over at Deja Vu. This is not gonna fly in my house.
This is a fucking whore from Temecula.
You look like Candy from Spearmint Rhino.
I know that dress.
What a great question, dude.
It's okay. You really don't have to pull it.
oh man. If I had.
So we could be like, yeah, that's pretty hoary.
Yeah.
That's a funny ass thing to say. What are you doing out there looking like a fucking
is one of
Temecula'n?
This is I got paragraphs.
I can't see. I mean, that kind of tells you already if you. Well, I'm trying to put myself in the position of a dad.
But it's like this was like I wasn't even.
How old are you?
I was 21.
No, you're
Too old. Yeah, too old for that.
Too old for that shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think also though, like, there's a difference between a father being feeling a type of way and then using that type of vernacular to express it. Yeah.
Well, I have
It's like,
used.
why would you use those words to your own daughter? You know what I mean?
I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I've said it on my own podcast, and people try to argue with me all day, every day. But for a dad to say you look like a hoe, he is sexualizing you
Yeah.
in some kind of way. And people are like, no, he's putting himself in another guy's shoe to see how they. And I'm like, so he's putting himself in a guy's point of view who is viewing your daughter sexually. So again, you are sexualizing her, and it feels like dads who don't sexualize their daughters are just like, oh, like you look confident, like, you know, it's just like a much different vibe. So
Go off, honey.
Do you feel like, just honest question, do you feel like when you're wearing that though, you're wearing that and you're like, yo, I feel sexy in this?
I felt so hot in that because it's like I never knew how to style myself before I was really like pasties were easy. You put a pasty on with bottoms that match, and that's why I wore them. I'm like, that was easy. So I was like really
Tell if they
excited.
matched or not when I looked at pasties.
Huh?
Stupid. You gotta get 2 happy faces, 2 flowers.
2 stars.
I would get the same conversation where like my parents are like, "We're trying to be a gangster." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to be a gangster. Thank you for noticing."
That was for us. It was like, it's not, you don't get called a slut. They're just like, why are you wearing your pants so fucking big?
Yeah. What do you want to be, a fucking drug dealer? I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Actually, I do. Right. That felt successful. You're like, thank you. Would you say, like, since you were already being sexualized, you were just like, well, fuck it. If my fans are gonna sexualize me anyway, I might as well get money out of it? Or like...
Actually, it was really funny because for a while, and like if anyone recorded my close friend story at the time, God, I really hope they didn't, but I'll just admit it now. I'd be like, I don't want to get paid for this. I just do it because I like it. And then finally, like, it was the acid. I was like, why wouldn't I get paid for it? It's because like you're taught to feel shameful about wanting to get paid for like feeling hot or feeling sexy. And it's like crazy because before I started doing OnlyFans, you would have never heard me say that I look hot today or I look sexy today. It was just like, I don't look ugly today. But no, once I started an OnlyFans, I'm like, I am kind of hot. Like,
Interesting.
I masturbate to myself all the fucking time.
Wow.
So, but like, I wasn't like that before OnlyFans.
I'm gonna try. I try because I make videos. Like if I'm dating someone, I make videos for them, and then I get soft because I don't like watching me.
I don't watch myself.
I feel like
You're like critiquing your own performance, like, fuck, I could have been fingering her right here.
No, I just don't get turned on seeing dick.
Oh yeah.
So if I just see my dick all day, then I'm just grossed out.
maybe instead of looking at yourself in a video, just look at yourself in the mirror because you know how you look different.
I have to see if I'm in frame. But then I would start and then I'd have to stop the video after 10 seconds to fluff again and watch a girl porno, and then I'm just like, dude, how does this work?
Yeah.
The science, dude.
I don't know how girls do it. They could see themselves and get turned on.
They can.
I'm bi, but the weird thing about me being bi is I like girls who look like me. I like girls with fake tits who are blonde.
So Kaylee Gunner?
Yeah.
I could kind of see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually, because then you can see yourself being like turned on by yourself. Like yeah.
Who's your fantasy crush?
Gently the one. Yeah.
Just with a different haircut.
Today's video is brought to you by HelloFresh.
Make meal times easy with delicious recipes made with fresh, wholesome ingredients delivered right to your door. No lines, no hassles, just great, tasting meals that you can whip up and enjoy.
I like to cook. March is National Nutrition Month.
Oh, really?
And HelloFresh makes it easy to choose dietitian-approved nutritious meals. Just look for the dietitian win tag on the menu choices.
So what I like about HelloFresh is sometimes you're tired of cooking the same 5 meals that you know. You know what I mean? You do it over and over again. And you're like, man, I want to venture out and try something new. Maybe another country's cuisine or something like that. So what I like about HelloFresh is everything comes pre-packaged. It's an easy to follow recipe. You bang it out, and that also teaches you how to use some of the herbs that maybe you were scared to use before.
I'm afraid of coriander.
Go to HelloFresh.com/offtherecord60 and use the code offtherecord60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Are you crazy? Go to HelloFresh.com/offtherecord60 and use offtherecord60 for 60% off plus free shipping. If you don't have money, don't complain. This is the way to get the food, man.
Who's your fantasy crush?
Trying to think. I feel like
Full on, you want to collaborate with them. Yeah.
oh my god. There are quite a few. I'm obsessed with Riley Reid. I'm like obsessed with her, but like I also wouldn't want to collab with her husband, and I don't know if she just does like girl, like she does a lot of threesomes and stuff. I'd love to hook up with Tana Mojo because I heard she's a giver. However, I love her. She jokes a lot about not showering, but I would still bang. I'm trying to think. I don't really have a lot of male celebrity crushes. I feel like the closest thing would be like Pete Davidson or Tyler the Creator, but I still couldn't see myself actually hooking up with them.
What do girls like about Pete Davidson?
It wasn't even one
they're
second.
they're ugly hot.
Ugly hot?
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very simple,
ugly hot?
good way of putting it.
Because he bangs like
The tops.
the top, right? So I'm like, what?
He
But he's
has-
also like, what do you call it? Like,
He is so thoughtful, and like the way he approaches dating women, like he actually sees them as people. He's like, why wouldn't I go above and beyond for a woman, kind of thing. Like he's actually like a really great guy to be in a relationship with. But I think he's talked openly. I think he has BPD or something. Like he's on meds for like something, but he kind of takes on the personality of the girl he's dating and gets so wrapped up in them that he forgets about like other people. And but he's a good guy.
how come he's like the rebound? He's like the rebound guy. He's not the main guy. He's the guy that they break up and then I need somebody to make me feel beautiful.
Because he'll treat them the way that their main guy didn't.
Oh, that's always a good. That's strong as
So
hell,
he's the
yeah.
mistress. Basically.
Yeah, but he's good at.
He's the fixer. He's the fixer. Yeah.
Yeah. But I still wouldn't date him just because I've seen these patterns of like he'll fall head over heels and then find someone new, and it's like I think there's some healing that needs to be done.
The process.
But
Interesting.
yeah.
Pete Davidson, wow. There should be courses.
I like Tyler the Creator. He's fucking cool.
I love Tyler.
I like how honest he is.
Amazing, yeah.
It's
He was
hilarious.
my first celebrity crush, but I also don't. I feel like he'd say mean things to me and make me cry, but it's like he's funny.
Oh.
Genius.
Yo,
yeah.
did you see that interview he had in Paris? And then the fashion guy was like, he was just trying to ask him questions like, so how do you like Paris? He goes, I fucking hate it. It smells like shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's mean. Like, I hate Paris. He goes, what is the best attraction in when you're, because like he memorized these questions.
Yeah.
And then so he has to do them, right? And then the whole time he goes, I fucking told you I hate France.
Next question is like, so why do you love France?
No, but Tyler's fucking funny. He was my first ever celeb crush, and like tall and skinny, man. Ugh.
And you probably could have run into him multiple times being in Hollywood too.
I could have.
Always around, yeah.
But also, like, I was obsessed with him when I was underage. You know who was hitting me up when I was 16 was Riff Raff.
Whoa.
Whoa, weird.
But did he know you were underage?
I don't think so.
You just had an Instagram?
Huh?
You just had an Instagram?
Yeah, but I mean, I was obviously at high school parties. Like, he could have used any deductive reasoning to figure out that I was, in fact.
You can't be assuming people use deductive reasoning out here. Not in these streets.
Or he used deductive reasoning to figure out you were underage.
You always assume that they use deductive reasoning to figure out you're underage.
How many Letterman jackets are in the background?
Perfect.
Send message.
What college are you from?
A selfie in homeroom, huh?
Desks.
Desks. That's the seductive
You know what's
reasoning.
crazy is all these like big girls on Instagram are like, I have this guy in my DMs, I have this guy. The biggest guy I've had in my DMs was Sean Kingston, and I'm like, what is about my Instagram that I don't get?
Sean Kingston he's a
That's
big
fucking
dude.
big.
We all know Sean
He has a
Kingston.
great
Yeah.
song.
But I guess it depends on which era Sean Kingston.
Yeah, which era Sean Kingston? Well,
This was last year.
Oh, so then
that's
it's
not our era, Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
But still, anyone that has been on the radio is fucking
that's
huge.
post jet ski accident, Sean Kingston.
Wait, what
Other
happened?
girls have NFL players, NBA players. I'm like, do I need to like sex up my Instagram more? But then if you sex it up, then you get deleted. So I'm like, what do I need to do? Do I need more fillers? Let me know, guys. I'll get more.
What are these guys' techniques of flirting? That's what I'm curious about. How do they approach? How do they DM?
Should I pull it up?
He just did he just go, "You make me suicidal"?
Oh, that's great.
Well, I only have Sean Kingston. But okay, this might not pull up just because no one knows the fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, blame these two guys.
Yeah, welcome to
I
JK.
forgot what my own Wi-Fi was because I haven't signed in like the last 8 years.
That's the guy that doesn't work for us anymore. He's the only one that knows.
That's true.
Okay, Sean Kingston, he put this face. And I was like, I just said, want to be on my podcast, lol. LOL, where you at? Located in LA, you? We could record next week. Bet I'm down, but I want to see you today. And then I said, as a platonic friend. He said, LOL, we'll have fun. And then I think I just blocked him because I was like,
Oh, now he is suicidal.
On the podcast?
well, no, it was just weird. Like, we'll have fun. Like, no.
Do you think maybe because you have a podcast that some celebrities might feel like, oh, she might talk to people about me hitting her up?
I would.
You mean like this exact moment?
Right. Maybe that's why they're like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah. I love the part as a platonic friend, though.
That's a platonic friend.
That's safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is your technique, right? Friend zone hard as fuck.
Yeah,
and then
that is
3
my
months.
technique.
Hey, Sean, you should have just kept pushing for another 3 months.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
You're almost there, dude.
No, he just. I don't think I would have like vibed with his music a lot. Like,
She's a dubstep girl.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
Because he's like a reggae
like
guy.
what am I required? Like, I've dated enough guys who don't want to do dubstep shows with me. They need to want to go to a dubstep show with me.
Maybe
and
they're
like,
trying to save you from headbanging. You know?
no.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
Like
have had
3
concussions.
concussions
Yeah.
Gotta save her.
It sounds like you need a high energy dude.
Yeah.
The folk song chill kind of guy won't go.
No, too many Jack Johnsons out
Yeah.
here.
I could do. No, I don't really want. I mean,
They fuck too slow.
yeah, they do.
Not enough BPMs? RPMs.
Well, yeah. Like,
BPM, 140.
RPMs.
Fuck me to 140 BPM.
Rotations per minute.
I always say dubstep makes me horny. Like, there are certain drops where I can feel my panties get wet, and I'm like, I need a guy to be there to
What
do
are
something.
these artists?
Crazy frog. Crazy frog.
John Mayer.
Don't you meet guys at these shows that you think might be?
It's crazy. The hottest girls like dubstep, the ugliest guys like dubstep. And then the hottest
What a great combination.
but I don't think as many hot girls like house. Hot girls like dubstep.
Is there ways you guys can combine and intermesh?
I would hope
Isn't
so.
that just Skrillex?
yeah.
He's like a hot girl that does dubstep.
Yeah.
Half shaved head? That's him.
I don't know if he still has that.
You should bring it back.
A decade
No,
ago.
no, he has kind of like a frat boy haircut now. It's funny. Yeah.
Like doohickey, yeah.
When was the first time you made serious cash on OnlyFans and said, what the fuck? Or did you strategize?
The second month.
The second month.
I think my second or third month of OnlyFans, I think I made 70K, and then my third or fourth month was like 107, and like,
My God.
it was just.
And were you just doing it strictly off Instagram? Like you're just grabbing.
It was
Looking for employees or?
Yeah, are you looking for
yeah, I have quite a few. But it was just crazy because it was actually my podcast that took me off on OnlyFans. OnlyFans themselves reached out to me and were like, we love your podcast. We'll blow you up if you put it on our platform. And then that's how, because my first month, I think, I mean, this is still a lot of money. I think I made like 11K in a week or something, my first week ever. And then November, I only had it for a week before October ended, and that was 11K. And then November was like, I don't know, maybe like 13, 14, which for me I was like, oh, what the fuck? I made 11K in a week and now I only made like 13K in a month. And then all of a sudden in December, I'm like, how did I just make $70,000?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude. Did you go into this knowing the kind of numbers, or did you get surprised by it? Like, what the heck?
I talked to my friends who had like smaller Instagram followings than I did, and I talked to them about like what their numbers were, and then I was like, well, I can make more if my Instagram's bigger, right? And then I did. I made a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you kind of had an idea.
Yeah. I was like, I quit my job, my logistics job, after 24 hours in an OnlyFans, making one. I made a whole month's salary. I was like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm out. And then they shat on me.
Logistics for you.
Yeah.
What, you mean like one month you made a whole year's worth of salary?
No.
24 hours.
24 hours, I made a whole month's salary.
Wow.
My old job, actually less than 24 hours. So then I walked over to my boss's, it was like a Sunday, I walked over to my boss's
And you gave him the QR code.
apartment. I was like, I'm out. And it's crazy because every single person at that job unfollowed me. I know they call me a slut. I know the shit that they say, but I'm like, you could only dream of making the money I have.
That's crazy.
Here, I mean, like, it just sucks that they're so judgmental, but I also, like, they said a lot of stuff, like, they would fat shame people, they would, like, talk about how ugly fat girls are, and, like, I'm like, what about being a kind person? Like, girls don't find it hot for you to, like, make fun of people, but so, kind of lessens the blow that they just said shit about everyone. They were just jealous that people had confidence.
Unhappy, generally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But fat girls typically are ugly. That's fucking. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You could, like, see my face drop, like...